Change the world. Margaret W. Wong and Associates, with over 40 years experience in U.S. immigration law, keeps working for you in the midst of adversity. Offices are in Cleveland, New York, Memphis, Atlanta, Columbus, Raleigh, North Carolina, Nashville, Chicago, and Minneapolis. Look after your loved ones and we'll take care of your immigration needs. Please call us at 216-279-3984. That's 216-279-3984.
Hello, everybody. My name is Juan Carlos Brando. Thank you for joining us today in this show, Q&A show with Ms. Margaret W. Wong. She has been working in this field for over 40 years, and right now she's in the city of Cleveland. I am right now in Atlanta, but we have offices in 9 cities of the United States: Atlanta, Columbus, Chicago, Cleveland, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And I think I forgot Chicago. No, I forgot Columbus, Ohio. But it's really a good information that we have for you today. And you just feel free to ask any questions in this show, because Ms. Wong is going to be ready to answer each one of them. So thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for having us today. How are you feeling?
I'm very good, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And well, we have a lot of questions that have come in through our Facebook, also through our website, through the newsletter, through the YouTube. We have a lot of people following us right now, and they want to ask you a question. So this is a very good space that people can get in touch with you and ask their questions live. But one of the first questions we have today is one person that sent this through Instagram. This person says, I have my daughter in Florida. She was in Texas before, and she got an interview about 15 days ago, and they say that she had the critical fear. Now they are asking for someone who can take care of her. And to be honest, I don't know anybody, and it has been impossible to find someone who can help us. I would like to know if you can help us in some way. And thank you so much for reading this message. She is 22.
Okay, so I presume the girl is over 18 or over 21. You just, right now, the nice thing about Biden is normally if you pass credible fear, they may let her out of jail. So definitely I could help you. I don't think you need to spend the money on a jail lawyer, because normally what we do is we represent clients who is in detention or in jail. And then once we bond her out, then we'll start representing her in asylum hearing. Your child already passed credible fear. If she's under 18, which you didn't tell me what country you're from and how old are you, she probably will get out of jail, because it's not Trump, it's Biden. But we need to file the 589, the asylum forms, within or less than 1 year. Then the chances of winning is higher if you file. The fact that she passed credible fear is very good. That means the government of the United States, Homeland Security, believes her story is credible. It doesn't mean she'll win asylum, but definitely I can help you. But I just want the poor person to get out of jail, the girl to get out of jail. To get out of jail, you just have to ask for parole and give them all your tax return and say, definitely I will sponsor her. I mean, you support her. Then don't worry if you have no papers. I presume you have no papers. And I presume she's not from the 3 countries of Central America, because they started the program called CAMP. Then she would have and could have went to camp, and because her father's in America, she would have and could have, but I presume she's not from those countries, because then she went to jail for nothing. But definitely I can help you. But I think you may be able to save some money by at least requesting yourself for parole or for a bond, for parole or for just to come out, or ask for a bond hearing and come out. All right, because I don't think you need a lawyer at this time. Our job is to hopefully win you asylum and get your work permit. So once she's out of detention, that's when you need me. My job is after 151 days, after I get the receipt, after I filed a 589 to get her a work permit, and try to win the case. either in immigration or in if she's under 18 or 21, or in with a judge if she's over 21 or 18.
Yeah, she mentioned she is 22, Ms. Wong.
Oh,
So
okay. Then it goes to a judge. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms.
No
Wong, for this
problem.
answer. And we have a lot of questions coming in from our audience today. So please, if you want to call us, the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. That's the phone number of the offices of our attorney, Margaret W. Wong. This person is asking, EB3 India prediction for October 2021, visibility and date of filing, priority date December 2016, and with EAD. Maybe you understand the question. I don't.
Yeah, I understand the question. Basically, this person's from India. India right now is taking about 11 years to get green card. So what he's asking, and why October, this is a very sophisticated client, because what he's at October, each of us have one birthday, each of us have one social security number, each of us have one PIN number, but different instances on the FBI. So the U.S. government immigration have the birthday. U.S. Immigration Department of Homeland Security birthday is October 2021. That's when all the quota open. Now we just got the July quota. This person is smart. He's not asking for July quota. He's asking prediction for October. Number one, I wish I could predict. You need to listen to Mr. Oppenheimer. We call him Mr. Charlie. All right. He's an old friend. He's awesome. He's nice, but he could be tough. I'm 71. He must be in the 60s. He's a little bit younger than I am, or a little bit older, but we're about the same age. He gives presentations on predictions. So his prediction normally is correct. He worked for the U.S. Department of State, and he survived all these presidents. I cannot predict what October 21 depends. It seemed like you have a priority. Did he say he have a priority of 2016? Yes. Priority December 2016, and with it. That's right. So what he's asking is, when can I file my green card? When can I, or if he already have a C9 work permit? So for now, I don't know. I wish I know. My prediction, I think Biden is going to increase more numbers, because the other numbers should go to India, because it's not fair that other countries, they're all current and except Chinese and India, just because we have more smart people. And I'm sorry, but you know it better than I do, and there's no prediction. But what you want to do is to file the 45, get the work permit, and don't worry about the J, because on 45 you have that J form if you switch jobs. I mean, he's a sophisticated, he knows what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And please, Mr. Dorvin, if you can call Ms. Wong and get more information, the phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. The next question is, I am Venezuelan, came through the border a couple of weeks ago. They paroled me in, but they put me a tracker. I must report in August. I have some questions. First, can I ask them to take the tracker off my ankle? And second, how can I get a work permit?
Yes. Number one, you are paroled in. Check your parole, the I-94. If you are really paroled in, you could get a work permit. Normally, parole is only for 2 months, 3 months, or a year. Apply for the work permit now. The way you apply is go to uscis.gov, file the 765, look under parole. Make sure on the middle of the form they ask category. Make sure you put C, the parole. I think the parole is C. Deferred action is A. 12 maybe. So check that number, all right, and don't trust me. You don't trust nobody when you get your work permit. So number one, parole allows you to get a work permit. Number two is absolutely report each time. I think they give you that click, the phone thing now versus the old. So now you may have a phone, you may want to visit, because all these are new stuff. Make sure weekly you have to report, and each phone call ask them, can I get my ankle bracelet? The reason why they let you get an ankle bracelet is because they really are American public and American media, especially the Republicans, they really don't believe in people should keep coming up the border. Number three, you're very, very lucky to get parole. That means that immigration probably, it's just like the first client, they probably believe your story. And I mean, Venezuelans are really going badly. So I presume you're upper middle class. Absolutely apply the work permit under parole 765 form. Number 2 is each call, ask them, can you get rid of it? Remember, whoever you report to, it could be GEO, could be ESAP, they get paid their private business. So whatever you ask them may not go to ICE, who is the department controlling these people. Because of the private business, they want to make money. So why should they let you off the ankle bracelet and not let you report when each reporting, they get paid $10, $20, $50. Each ankle bracelet battery go away, they get paid another $50. Each time you cut off the bracelet, it's another $125 because they get replaced. Oh my gosh, they make a lot of money from people like you and I. But keep asking them, keep reporting, they will take it off, especially after you apply for the work permit. Show them the receipt you applied, and you're going to get it because you're parolee. File your 589 within a year, you may win this case, and then you get a green card. Not only that, then you can bring, if you're under 21, you can bring a whole family in. If you're over 21, at least you can bring your spouse and your children into America, and then they do the 730. These are very good cases, and congratulations, you got that parole.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And yeah, please, if you need more information, just call Ms. Wong and she should be able to help you. They mentioned that they were paroled for 1 year. So they should file asylum if it's the case within 1 year, right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong.
And also today, file work permit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome. So please give Ms. Wong a call. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. We have another interesting question right now coming through our YouTube. We filed green card in August with my son and daughter. She got her green card yesterday, but my son, wife, and me did not receive nothing. Is that normal? I am happy for my daughter, but kind of worried for the other 3 green cards.
Yes. Did he explain how he's filing? Is he filing from another child, or he's filing because of an employer? Basically, if your employer sponsored you and you apply for your son and daughter under 21, then absolutely yours would have been approved, because even though she got it first because you're the principal alien taking care of your wife and your son and daughter, that's an employment base. Remember that Mr. Shah who asked that employment question on prediction? That's that kind of case. It's an employment. You're not allowed any day out of status. If, for example, your daughter who's over 21 filed for you and your wife, then your son and daughter is not eligible. The fact that your daughter already filed for green card means that your sister and your brother may have filed for you, which means you can bring a whole family, or an employment base, which you can bring a family. But if you are the principal, don't worry about it. Yours would have been approved. They cannot approve the daughter first without you because you're the father.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that Ms. Wong has offices in 9 cities of the United States, in Atlanta, in Chicago, Columbus, Cleveland, where the headquarters are, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And the phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. And, well, Irvin Sanchez is saying hi to my lawyer and assistants. So thank you so much for this comment.
Thanks for using our services. That's good because you trust us. So you gave us your job. If nobody used our services, I don't care how good I am or how bad I am, we cannot hire more people, pay them more salary, have this wonderful building. And, thank you. That was very, very nice. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And this is the next question. Can I get a work permit? We have applied for the EU visa. It's a person with Patel last name.
Okay, there's a big investigation ring. I mean, a lot of investigations going on a lot of new visas, number one. Number two is, I actually already talked to some people about should we file a work permit now to push your case, because if your lawyer did not file a C-14 or A-14 and A-15, then maybe we should file it now because it's a deferred action. Or should we write a letter to push for that letter before we file, or just wait? Right now, if you never filed the deferred action work permit, it doesn't hurt to file one, but it costs about $410 and another $85. If money is not that important, file it now. But if money is tight, don't file it until they give us an answer saying that you are approved. It doesn't really mean approved, it only means deferred action, all right? So there are three ways to do it. You either wait, or we do a letter plus a work permit, or if your lawyer already filed a work permit, do another letter, or don't do anything and wait. This is the only way to do it. Right now, see, my cases, I file both because my clients always say, Margaret, whatever you can do, do it. I'll just have to work harder to make the money. So we always file the 2 work permits when I file it. Some lawyers only file the 2 year and not the 4 years. Other lawyers file the 4 years and not the 2 years. I file both. So my cases, I'm pretty safe. I'm praying I'm one of the first in the country to get my deferred action because I did that on Wawa case. When Wawa case came out in the early year 2000, where one of the laws, still remember my client is a Russian woman, and she was so severely hurt by her spouse that we did it. And I got an approval like within days. I still remember that lady. Now she's an American citizen. She's very happy. So we'll see.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ms. Wong, and thank you so much for giving your heart to all of these applications and people that require you from to help them resolve their immigration needs. Jagdish Patel, hi ma'am. I have a case in New York, asylum case, and I have parole I-94, and I filed within 1 year deadline. So can I win the case? I filed in 2013.
Ooh, that's a long time. Did you were paroled in? Those were the early days because remember Homeland Security came in 2002. Immigration from Homeland Security came in 2003. You had parole, which is very, very nice because lately they're not giving parole anymore unless it's like seriously great cases. So you had parole, which means that they believe your story. But you filed in 2013. I don't know if you had the interview yet. If you had the interview, it's already in court. You need to give a very good story because we used to do a lot of BJP cases, but now Modi is the head. And then you have the young Patel who is really struggling for power. We do a lot of toilet caste, the barber caste, the trade class. But now India is a little bit more open up. I don't know if you're a Sikh. Those are winnable, some winnable cases. I just won one. We also won some Patel cases. This is a Patel, I have a work permit. Also, you are Patel. Depends if you're another type of Patel or the same caste Patel, if it's an arranged marriage or love marriage. How does your parents, is there any honor, hurting or honor stuff? Is it an intercaste? I mean, there's a lot of elements. If you have a good case, New York is a great place to win asylum. So is San Francisco, so is Chicago. But right now, all the people are changing after the 14 months of virus. New York judge, my partner became a New York judge, Judge Richard Drucker. I have to call him judge now. We have 40-year friends. So yes, depends on the judge, depends on luck. So wish you luck. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And please don't forget, you can call Ms. Wong. She has offices in New York, and the office in New York is it's in Manhattan, Ms. Wong.
Yes, right next to Chinatown, next to the divorce court, and next to the police station, and 10-minute walk from immigration, 25 Federal Plaza. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's beautiful. And yeah, the city of New York is beautiful. I love going there and having fun just walking. Everybody walks in New York. So that's really good. So the phone number, if you are in New York and you want to talk to Ms. Wong, is the same phone number, 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. And we can send you the address of the office in New York so that you can go there and meet with one of the attorneys in that city. Ms. Wong, the person that asked the question before about that he was paroled in, he says, I would like to clear my mind. Did you mention that I can file for a work permit now with my parole in from the border? I came just 14 days ago.
Absolutely. you could. And if you want to just text to Mr. Juan your parole, I can look at it for you. But all paroles, you can ask for work permit. Since it's good for 1 year, you can ask for 1 year work permit up to the date of the last day of the parole.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this clarification. So please give us a call. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. We have several more questions, and we have Brenda. Hello, my brother has a tourist visa. He arrived on May 13, 2021, got 180 days, and he wants to get a job here, changing for a work visa. He spoke to an attorney, and she said that he depended on the company, but this small business he met won't do it. They prefer to hire illegals with fake social security numbers. He's a bachelor industry engineer and systems, 20 years of experience. He's tired to see lawyers pay for the consultation and didn't do anything. So would you be able to help him in some manner? And thank you so much.
This means that he has at least a bachelor's degree. He recently come in. Even American people, it takes us months to get a job. All right, so don't get sad. And this lawyer is right. You have 6. So think parallel track. I'm here for 6 months. I came May 13th. This is only June. You can't blame a lawyer if you couldn't get a job. You know, you just came. So, and English probably is that good. It really does take someone 3 to 5 years to really settle in. All right. So you came on May 13th this year, so your visa is good till November 12th of this year. So now I would do another extension if you want to stay here, then do another 180 days. If you want to, you can switch it to a student visa, but never do a change of status to any other visa until it's after 90 days. That law has always 30, 60, 90 days, always is the law, but Trump made it serious and Biden did not change that. So on the one hand, think of 6 months, 6 months. On the other hand, if you couldn't get a job offer, do a F1. I don't know if you're Mexican. Mexican, you can do 3 work visa. You can do a TN, a free trade visa. You can do an E visa, which means that you will need 2, which means that you need to invest money in America and run a business or be an essential worker of a registered Mexican business, all right? Or you can do a H-1B. H-1B is a professional job. Normally, a small business cannot get a H-1B. Motels, hotels, even a big Sofitel hotel cannot do H-1 because H-1s are professionals, and your brother is an engineer with a bachelor's degree. It takes time to get a job, but H-1B for an industry, which is any H-1B job, aside from university, if I get a job today, I can do a change of status tomorrow, aside from the 90 days. If you get a job with industry, you can only start registering the company and I think I have some YouTube on H-1B. Listen to my YouTube. So on H-1B, you can register the company sometime in February, and then once the company is picked, you can apply for the new H-1B in April 1st. If you are picked, then you can work in October 1st. So don't get confused or sad. You just came to America and you already got a job, even though that job is not a good job. So it's great. We are in America. That's the first step. So do the extension if you want to stay. I don't know what country you are. Another way to do it, you probably have multiple. So leave and come back, but make sure at the border they do check social media. They do check the cell phone and iPhone. So don't have any job on there. So it's not a matter of lawyers. Lawyers are officers of the court. We can only do what the law does for us, but not like, oh, I can do an H1, oh, I can do an E2, but it's the macro managing the whole case. You are a new arrival. I've been here 50 some years. I'm still searching, what's a great job. There are days I'm like, oh, I need to quit. I need to go do something. So being a citizen, being an H1 doesn't even mean that, of course, we need a visa, but it doesn't mean that we are only ending or beginning. So you need to ask yourself, what's my life goal? Do I just want to get a job in America? Then you can get a job in Europe, you can get a job in London. I mean, you don't need to come to America. But why do I come to America? To better myself, to run away from not just economic hardship because of race, nationality. Then you can do an asylum, right? But if you are from upper middle class and it's from Venezuela, but you got a tourist visa, God is good to you. Most of us, I mean, it took me 3 tries to even get my student visa in 1969 because I was denied. And I just had to keep going, keep going. So we are in America, so enjoy it, And don't just think of a job because we are here on tour. So we want to see, what do I want to do now that I'm in America? Not just to make that $10, $12, $15 to start, because you're an engineer. Why should you work illegally? You are an engineer. Don't ever forget that. You are a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a chef, you're a cook, whatever you are. I mean, we just have to work the system and work the case, and become who we are and do it legally.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And yeah, this is very true. Some people just want to take advantage of the lack of knowledge that people may have, and that's why they put you to work in something that is heavier than what you know to do, and they pay you less than they should pay. So Ms. Wong is very, very right. You need to think, why did you come to the United States? You had another choices, but you came here and you were lucky to make it here. So the phone number, don't forget, is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. We have another interesting question. This is coming from Sabna Patel. I have a question. Can my husband apply for cancellation of removal? Even his case is not with immigration judge, and he came here more than 10 years ago.
Unluckily, there's certain relief from defense of removal or deportation can only be applied in the court. Non-LPR cancellation removal, you can only apply in the court, and the form you use is 482B. There's another relief called 237A1H waiver. That's another waiver that if I've lied, I could still protect my green card. And luckily, that's also to be applied in the court. So there's certain relief you could only apply in the court. So the answer to your question is no, we cannot apply for it to be unless we get to court. So that's a very, very good question.
Okay, so we have another interesting question, Ms. Wong. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to copy some of the questions that are coming through the inbox, not saying the name of the person, but just sending the question. Well, this person sent the name. I am Joseph Balgovin. Can you help me in this country? I am in this country since 1998. My daughter is a citizen. Can I get a green card? I came with someone else's name and travel documents was to go to Canada, and I was just in transit in Miami, but I stayed here.
Okay, that's a good question. Transit, there are 2 types of C visas. One is a transit visa. One is it's a crewman visa. So I presume when you say you were transit, you enter on a C visa. You also entered in 98. One thing nice about transit is that if you had 245I, you can adjust. 245I means that if you have filed something before April of 01, like a labor certification, any visa petition. So I presume your thing is you enter on a C visa. The C visa was to go from somewhere to Canada, but you stopped in the airport and you sneaked out. So I wonder if you really just came without a visa or with a C visa. Then it's a transit visa or crewman visa. So if it's a transit visa, you have no 245I, the daughter would not be able to do adjustment of status for you. So it depends on also what country you're from. In the meantime, did you have a parole? But normally if it's a transit visa, you also had a parole visa, you still cannot, it's just like a K1, a fiance visa, you cannot adjust, all right? So if I can have more facts, we need to get away from the transit visa. I hope you're not a C and no 245I, but if you're, oh, you know what? No, I'm wrong. A C visa, I'm so sorry. there are two types of C visa. One is a crewman visa. One is because these laws are so old, and one is going on a boat. You work on a boat. If it's a transit visa, I can do adjustment of status. If you came to work on a boat in Miami and you never got on the boat, then you cannot do a adjustment of status unless you have 245I. Which means that if you're really a transit visa and I prove you're transit, you're not a crewman, I could help you out this case. So it depends on what country you're from. If it's because sometimes they'll put on there transit only, then you can adjust. Crewman, you cannot adjust. Oh, okay. I don't want
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong.
Because these laws are complicated. I've been doing it for so long. So even if I could make a mistake, I can imagine like a younger person or something like that, Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing this information, Ms. Wong. Our time is up for today, but I've learned a lot. And I know we have a podcast coming this weekend talking about the E2 visa. And it's going to be interesting. And the next podcast is going to be about the U visa work permit that a lot of people are asking this question. And Ms. Wong is going to take some time to explain that through a podcast. So, Ms. Wong, thank you so much for sharing so much information, having the YouTube channel that is reaching already 1,000 people, the over 1,300 people on your Instagram, over 4,000 people on your Facebook in English, and over 4,000 people on your Facebook in Spanish. And I don't know about the Chinese Facebook, but I know it has a lot of followers as well. So thank you for sharing so much information in all of those channels, because many people come disoriented, they need help, and they find the information from you. So thank you so much. And on behalf of all the people that you are helping, and maybe you don't know them, but they know you. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. So for everybody who has joined us today, please don't forget to give us a call. The office of the attorney Margaret W. Wong is visiting and having people in person in all the cities, in the 9 cities of the United States. And the phone number is just 1-216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Next appointments in person in the city of Nashville on July the 12th. July the 12th in Nashville. You can make your appointment right now in Spanish or in English, 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Thank you so much. See you next time. Have a good weekend. Take care. Stay safe. And please follow us on YouTube and all the other media outlets that Ms. Wong is sharing information with you. Thank you.
This pandemic has changed the world. Margaret W. Wong and Associates, with over 40 years experience in U.S. immigration law, keeps working for you in the midst of adversity. Offices are in Cleveland, New York, Memphis, Atlanta, Columbus, Raleigh, North Carolina, Nashville, Chicago, and Minneapolis. Look after your loved ones and we'll take care of your immigration needs. Please call us at 216-279-3984. That's 216-279-3984.